Good morning, YouTube. This is another video of my garden 2015 with advanced nutrients. I have added a couple other things in. I'll tell you in a few minutes. I'll also put in the description. I'm going to put in the measurement size in the description as well for all the nutrients. I just sprayed with organic copper fungicide today. I did have some brown spots that were actually causing some curling up on the tomato bushes. So I pulled those off, so they'll take some time to recover. I'll put some Super Thrive in it. You can get Super Thrive at any Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot. Lowe's has it pretty much cheaper for about $10. And it's literally 1 drop per gallon. But everything's doing wonderful here. Tomatoes are still putting off blooms crazy. Right here, we can actually see that I do have, where is it at? Here we go. That's the biggest one of them so far. It's about 1.5 inches, about as big as anyone's index finger. I mean, and they're just, as you can see, they're all over. They're everywhere on these plants. So there'll be a lot of cucumbers, pickles. The blueberries, which I thought were not going to produce, I don't know if it's because of the fertilizers that I've been putting on it, the bloom fertilizers, but I do have a couple that are coming in. Can't really see them, but the buds did fall off of them, the flower buds, and it did leave a hard spot that is turning blue on a couple spots. Down there at the bottom, it's starting and working its way up. Every one of these tomatoes has little blooms on them. So everything's actually being pushed into bloom a lot faster. And something that I did notice with the California Wonder bell peppers is, as you can see with this fertilizer, you can see that there's multiple flower buds that are being pushed out the top. So multiple peppers coming out this one spot. I mean, I count about 6, 7 in one spot. Tomatoes as well. Multiple bloom heads. Today is Thursday, so I'll give another update on Monday when they will be, they'll be 28 days old. So right at a month since going in, and everything is in between 3 to 5 gallon buckets and a couple pots that are 3 gallons. I did drill out the holes across the bottoms and on the sides of each pot, but it's pretty much a almost soilless. I did use a little bit of soil, black cow manure, as well as all the other mixtures, the perlite, the sphagnum peat moss, the vermiculite, those sort of like trace elements were definitely used. But most of this is just coming out here pruning, just due diligence. I'm currently recovering from surgery, so I figured it's a perfect time to, while I'm not working, just at the house, being bored, create this. Alright, so the fertilizers that I'm using to getting it to this size within 28 days, the Advanced Nutrients Big Bud, I did start that once I started seeing that the plants could be sexed and actually going further into flowering. So I started using that, and then I started as well the same week with Advanced Nutrients Bud Igniter. Both of those in combination did help them bush out. The stems thickened up. So now I'm actually teetering off of that, and I'm working on a new line with the Big Bud added into it. I'm tapering off of the Bud Igniter. I'm using molasses, unsweetened, unsulfured molasses, grandma's molasses. You can pick it up at any Publix or whatever stores near you. I use that with a little bit of honey as well as unsugared natural honey. So 2 teaspoons of each of those into a gallon or 5-gallon reservoir, whatever you have. And then I also picked up what is called Terpinator. Terpinator is by Rizofora, and the Terpinator, what it's done, I started adding it in last week, right before I did the update, and it caused it to where whenever I did the transplant, I touched the roots, and the roots literally smelled like tomatoes. Every one of the roots smelled like tomatoes. Every time I come out here at the nighttime, the blooms are open, and it's an awesome smell. So the Terpinator, it adds terpenes into your nutrients, and that's picked up through the roots, and it helps supply any citrus flavors, smells, anything that's got like a strong aroma to it that's going to be more on the citrusy side. It will definitely pick that up and help produce. So that's being given to everything here. The broccoli, yeah, it might help a little bit, but I don't think the Terpinator is really going to account for that. But the blueberries, the peppers, everything else is going to it's going to be its full potential taste. I do have some pumpkins started. I don't know where I'm going to put them yet. I may have to extend onto this. As you see, I put the tomato cage on top. I do have some branches overhead, not too much, but just in case I don't want them falling on them. As well, I did want some places to be able to rest the peppers. I'm gonna kind of snake the peppers going in and out. It's kind of like super cropping, just bending and not snapping the branches, but pushing them up and through and weaving them in and out of the actual cage. So okay, until next Monday, the update. So for right now, this is just a 4-day update, and I mean they're just doing awesome. So the fungicide, I'll tell you if it works, but everything I've heard, copper fungicide, can't go wrong with it. All right, thanks guys.